Hey, what's up guys? Orson here from GPTX Junk Removal. It's kind of been a while since I've made a video or post or anything like that online really. And that's kind of what I wanted to make this video here about. You know, I started my junk removal business almost 2 years ago. It's been like a year and like 3/4 or something like that. And social media is always something I really struggled with. And it was kind of like engraved in my mind that in order for my business to be successful, that I had to post, I had to make Facebook this, Instagram that, TikTok, YouTube, whatever. And I always wanted to make content, I really did, but it's just not something I'm good at. So I was really worried that, my business was gonna fail, this, that, blah, 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 blah. And some things happened, about like 6-ish, 7, 8-ish months ago. And it kind of really changed the trajectory of my business. And I was like, I was getting a lot of negative feedback online. So I was like, let me just take a break. Let me step back from like social media and let me just focus on my business. So that's what I did. And it turned out amazing, way, way better than I could have ever imagined. Things have been thriving here. So let me kind of tell you all a little bit about how I did that. Alrighty, so the first thing I did is really start investing in my business. I got a dump trailer. I got a couple of them actually. I got some more landscape trailers too. I got one over there and a regular trailer. And then I also got a second vehicle, which has really helped me grow, We're able to just do way more than normal. So we got that thing over there. That's really helped. We're able to grow, do multiple jobs at once. I don't have to worry about my truck or anything like that, because if one of them doesn't work, I got the second one right there behind me. And that's helped out tremendously. The other thing I did is I invested in a little piece of land. So I got this big old warehouse now and about an acre of land out here. So I'm able to store all the trailers. I'm able to focus more on the jobs I want to do. If the landfill's closed, whatever, I can temporarily store some things here. And it's helped out a lot, It was a big investment. It was a lot of money, but it's paid off for itself multiple times already. So thankful, very thankful for that place. Little by little, I'm working on it, fixing it up. When I got it, it was a completely vacant plot of land. And so I kind of built it into something. And yeah, it's helped out a lot. All right, so now let's kind of talk about, the whole reason I'm making this video. Can you run your business without social media? So I feel like, yeah, 100,000% you can do it. You do have to do something, like some things on social media. So for me, I post on Facebook every day. That's something every single day I do, and it's helped out a lot. I think, so I run a junk removal business, and I feel like right now I'm averaging about 4 to 5 jobs a day. So one of those is coming from Facebook every day, pretty much guaranteed. Well, I average like 1 a day. And then one is coming from next door. That's also been very consistent. Like once a day, I'll get a job from there. And then I'll get another one, maybe from like a yard sign that I do, or a business card, or also Craigslist, I post on there. That's slowed down significantly, but I do get one every once in a while. So there's one there. And then I'll get 2 more from my website. So that's kind of like the main driver right now of the jobs. But, those are social media platforms. Nextdoor, obviously Facebook, that is social media, but it's not me posting in the way that you would think. So it's not like showing my face or this or that. I'm just making a post and on Facebook, for example, and just like a regular post, like, hey, I can help you out with this on a group, whatever. But it's not like I'm recording a video every day, posting all that like jazz, stuff like that, or like Facebook Marketplace, for example, is a big one. There's a lot of ways that you can do it. And you don't even really have to show your face nowadays anymore either. We have ChatGPT, so you can write a really good prompt on there, get a great image. And yeah, that's been helping out a lot. But I did kind of take a long break from social media. And I did have a lot of people reach out to me kind of wondering like where I'm at, what I'm doing. And I've been as busy as ever, you know? I'm focusing all my attention, instead of like taking videos or posting or like writing comments, all that stuff. Instead, you know, I'm hitting up realtors, I'm hitting up property managers, I'm talking to more people, I'm going to more community events. And I'm kind of doing marketing, you know, instead of online like social media, I've kind of like gone back, you know, like 20, 30, how many ever years, and I'm doing more marketing that's in person, you know, and that helps a lot. And while I'm doing that, I am also putting a lot of focus on my website. So your website is going to rank because of the content that's there. So I still take pictures on every job I do. I take like little videos and stuff like that, not necessarily of me talking, but just kind of like the job, what it is, and then I'll write a good description, like a little blog post, stuff like that. And that has helped me out a lot. You know, I do rank really, really well in my city in DFW, even though it's such a big competitive market. And yeah, it's worked. It's worked out great. So kind of like a combination of that, plus the regular marketing I'm doing has, you know, grown my company tremendously. We're well into the six figures. And I don't know if I've made a post in 2025, and it's already like towards the end of September. So it does work. Don't think that you got to post every single day or this or that. Obviously, that's going to help you out a lot. That's something that I really, really want to do. And that's something that I really struggle with, but it is something I want to get better at. But I feel like I want to get better at it just because I want to share my experience. I want to share how I do things, not necessarily to improve my business, you know, my junk removal business, but more to kind of like share the knowledge of like what I do, how you can get jobs in your city, how you can market, and all this other stuff. And not necessarily just make it like, yeah, you got to make a YouTube, TikTok, Instagram reel every single day, 10 times a day. I feel like that's true. You know, that does work. That is going to get you jobs, but it's not the only way to get jobs, you know? For me, it's a lot easier to just go out there, you know, call some people up, work well. I also have a ton of repeat clients. You know, junk removal, everyone always told me that it's an industry where you really, really don't get repeat customers. But I have a contractor that calls me damn near every other day. You know, it's like whenever you build those relationships with contractors, it just kind of goes up and up and up and up. And the longer that you're in business, you know, I'm kind of nearing 2 years now. It's just going to get easier and easier for me because I have more repeat work. And so that kind of goes really well. You know, the longer you stick with this, the more you do it, the more successful, obviously, you're going to be. So hopefully, you know, you guys see me soon. Hopefully I stick around with making these YouTube videos and kind of sharing, you know, my experiences and stuff like that. And I've been gone for a really long time, and we'll see. We'll see what the future brings us. But I do have a lot to share. I've done a lot of really cool jobs, and I do take videos of all of them. I'm just really bad about posting it. So I got a lot of content, and maybe I can post some like tips and tricks and stuff like that. But yeah, I took a long break from social media, and you know, business has gone better than ever. So don't necessarily think that just because you're not good at social media or the computer or whatever, that you can't be successful, because you definitely can. All right, I'll catch you on the next one, guys. Thanks.